From the Detroit Free Press, in the heart of the Motor City, it's Tuesday, November 5th. Here are today's top stories, presented by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Bush's has over 4,000 Michigan products, including the freshest fruit and vegetables, meat, seafood, and baked goods. Stop by one of Bush's 16 locations for the personal service you expect from your neighborhood grocer.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Eric D. Lawrence. An elephant in the room? That's how one expert describes the impact of the proposed merger of Fiat Chrysler and Peugeot on UAW talks. The merger is a long way from being finalized. Talks could still fall apart, but the fact that it's been proposed in the midst of bargaining is expected to be a factor. FCA and the UAW should soon be front and center in Detroit 3 contract bargaining. That's if Ford's UAW members ratify their tentative agreement. One expert believes the union will want some assurance that a new corporate entity won't come in and shuffle things around in a way that could prove harmful for FCA's U.S. workers. Job security is a big focus in Europe, and while it's a worry for unionized workers here too, FCA's planned expansion in Detroit is well underway, with pledges of almost 5,000 jobs.
Hi, this is Kathleen Gray. I cover state and national politics for the Detroit Free Press. Political, sports, and entertainment luminaries came to Detroit Monday to pay tribute to former Congressman John Conyers. They called him a civil rights icon, a giant, and the most wonderful human being they've ever met. They urged those attending the funeral to continue his legacy with renewed activism. Conyers served 53 years in Congress before retiring in 2017. He died October 27th at the age of 90. Former President Bill Clinton said his advocacy for the Voting Rights Act paved the way for thousands of African American leaders.
The most important thing is to remember how different the playing field was when he began than when he ended. How steep the mountains he climbed were, how long the battles lasted, and how many real lives were improved by his labors.
And his family recalled a devoted husband and father who was committed to social justice. The 5-hour-long funeral at Greater Grace Temple in Detroit also featured Detroit musical legend Stevie Wonder and sports star Isaiah Thomas.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Kristen Seamus with some health news that could help the next time you schedule a mammogram. Increasingly, women are being asked whether they would prefer a 3D mammogram or a 2D scan. Why does it matter? Experts say that with a 3D mammogram, the X-ray tube moves in a short arc. It produces more than 100 images per breast. 2D mammograms take only 2 pictures per breast. Research shows that 3D mammograms pick up about 1 more cancer per 1,000 people and also find smaller tumors. When they are reviewed by radiologists experienced in mammography, they also reduce the rate of false positives. But it's still unclear whether 3D mammograms save more lives than 2D tests. Although most insurance companies cover the additional cost of a 3D mammogram, health experts say it's important to call ahead to be sure you know what you'll pay before you have the test. To learn more about mammograms, go to freep.com.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm breaking news reporter Omar Abdelbaki. Secretary of State customers usually prepare themselves for long lines when visiting the office. Motorists at one branch office downriver had an even longer wait because of a bizarre reason: a bomb threat. A Secretary of State office in Trenton closed Monday morning after police say an irate customer threatened to blow the place up. Employees say the man got angry and made threats when they told him he didn't have the proper paperwork for a title transfer for his vehicle. The office subsequently closed for the day. Trenton Police Department is investigating the incident, including if the threats were indeed credible.
This is Free Press Sports Editor Chris Thomas. How's this for a juggernaut matchup? The Michigan State basketball team opens the 2019-20 season tonight when the number 1 ranked Spartans take on number 2 Kentucky at Madison Square Garden in New York. The game tips at 9:30 p.m. in what's being called the Champions Classic, and by about 11:30, we should already have a better idea of just how good MSU is this season. Remember, MSU coach Tom Izzo is coming off his 8th Final Four appearance, and he returns a National Player of the Year candidate in Cassius Winston. Yet, the one thing missing from Izzo's Hall of Fame coaching resume is the validation that comes with winning his 2nd national championship. if it happens this season, Winston will be a big reason why. Today on Freep.com, find out everything you need to know about tonight's blockbuster matchup, from injury reports to analysis, and yes, our predicted winner for the game.
Today is Election Day. After the polls close tonight, be sure to check out Freep.com for live election results. That's Freep, Freep.com for live election results. See you tomorrow.